their premise is that if the magnetic field goes a certain way, then, it's natural. If it goes another way, it's man-made, what have you. But when you don't count in the fact that the rock wall stones were made out of all these different composite minerals and brought together and made these cast stones, and you just come at it from the assumption that this is just this kind of rock, then you're not going to get it. Yes, by their formulation, then yes, you are going to get that it's a natural formation, because they're not counting in the fact that all of these individual minerals like tourmaline, garnet, starlight, all of these have their own individual component magnetism. This is why Dr. Wolf Goss from the University of Texas, when he did his paleomagnetic survey, got freaked out and wouldn't allow his findings to be published until after he's dead. All of a sudden, this guy does one, and yet he doesn't find any strength like that. He's, oh, well, it's this. No. What it is that, again, it's flawed data. Wolf Goss was blown away because he was getting so many variances. And the reason he was getting so many variances is because you had so many different minerals in there that were brought from so many different places. They all have their own individual unique magnetic signatures, which natural rock should not have. All the magnetism should be going one way, and that's it. In the rock wall stones, it's going every which way because you have all these every which kind of minerals, which all have their own individual types of magnetism because they all formed in the ground on their own separately in different geological conditions. Some came from this part of the world, some came from another area of the world. And when they were ground up and made into these cast stones, that caused them to just have a completely random ass magnetism. So, anyway, I won't go any further. I'll save it for the film, but it was laughable, folks. And it just proved yet again what I've been saying about this whole time. There was one interesting thing that came out of it. One thing, that guy who they show a lot in there, Kevin Reeves, he's the guy who contacted me not long after I was on Coast to Coast AM last year. You got all this stuff wrong, and I'm the guy that did that dig. John Lindsay, because John Lindsay had told me 5 or 6 years ago when I first met him, this Kevin Reeves guy's a snake. He's in league with Ralph Hall. And, boy, you got the real hardcore vibe immediately. I'd never seen what the guy looked like. He's the guy remember the guy I called Mr. eHarmony.com? That's him. The one that actually talked to my stepmom on a dating site and then, and started mouthing off to her about me getting stuff wrong and about, I'm the one that, and they made sure, I saw that they made sure they gave him plenty of credit for the last dig in that episode. And they didn't mention John Lindsay's name once, though. They said, a local architect. They did their best not to mention him. And I got the hardcore Freemason vibe from that guy immediately, and the fact that he's friends with Ralph Hall probably proves that in and of itself. But the one thing that came out of it, really, folks, I mean, I thought there was going to be a lot of negative come out of this. Really, I think there's going to be a lot of positive come out of it because it's just going to push more people towards what I'm trying to do and what I am doing. And that's bringing out the real truth about not only the rock wall, but really the whole history of who we are and where we came from on this planet. That's really what we're getting into here. It's much, much deeper than just the rock wall, but this is where I've come at it, and this has been my major mission, so that's what I'm sticking to. But he really... Kevin Reeves had said something there in that episode that just absolutely, if it's true, and I believe it is, proves my whole point I've been making with all these films and everything. Why have I been showing the alignments? Why have I been going to all these sites all over the country, traveled thousands of miles to document all this stuff, and every one of them has these same alignments? I'd been trying to find for the longest time if the rock wall was aligned to the solstices and the equinoxes, and according to him in that episode, it is. And that, to me, is huge. And, that just goes to show you that even as old as that is, and it supposedly predates all these other sites, and it absolutely does by the soil analysis, it was covered in a catastrophic event 12,700 years ago. But it shows beyond any shadow of a doubt that this these sites, though they may be separated by large expanses of time, they are being constructed and have been constructed for over thousands of years on this planet, folks, by people that are undoubtedly working from the same playbook and the same knowledge base. So, yeah, like I said, I'm really just busting ass. My ETA, everybody's asking me ETA. I keep saying, this amount of time, and it always ends up being longer. As it stands right now, we should have digital downloads. Everything should be available for digital downloads within the next 2 weeks. I've got only a little bit more writing to do, and then I just got to start matching everything together. I got to do the voiceovers. Voiceovers I can knock out in a night. Anyway, we're getting close. I'm saying 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum at this point. But again, stuff is just there was a whole pile of new information that I've just come into in the past week. And then the holidays. I worked pretty much through the holidays. I did try to take some time off to be with family and loved ones and all that stuff. But besides that, I've just been going 7 days a week. There aren't enough hours in the day. I wish I didn't have to sleep, but unfortunately I do, so I can keep going. But, boy, 2013 was a fantastic year for me and my work, and I hope 2014, I know 2014 is going to be even better with each and every one of you out there. None of this is possible without all of you. I just want to thank everybody out there in our audience, all our supporters, all our people. I am coming back. The radio show is coming back. Be patient, though, folks. I've got to get this done. And the only way I can do it, I just, trying to do the radio show and work on the film. I've done that in the past, and it's just splitting my energy between two very distinctly different things. And I end up, one or the other ends up suffering. And these films have become too important for me. And so, I've been going nonstop on the air, doing shows, sometimes 6 days a week since 2007, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going anywhere. The radio show is going to continue. But you got to be patient with me. You got to please continue to support us in any way you can. That's kind of dropped off, but I've been surviving, so it's okay. But, the fact that we've got funding for the next one already secured is just a fantastic thing. I want to thank our benefactor there for helping us out with that. It's amazing. And I'm working my tail end off to the point where I hadn't even had a chance to even come up here and let you guys know I'm still alive and still going, but we're getting close. I'm saying 2 weeks maximum this thing's going to be done. I mean, I'm getting super close. It may even be quicker than that. Who knows? I have a tendency, I can underestimate as well as overestimate, so we'll just have to see. But I got to get back to work. I've talked long enough shit. I've already been talking to you 20 minutes almost, hadn't I? A lot longer than I wanted to. I just wanted to get up here and let you guys know that I love you. I'm with you. And man, I'm just trying to get her done. For lack of a better term, I'm just trying to get it done, get it all going. And the results of this are going to be very evident when you see this in a couple of weeks. And I'm very excited for it. So, again, just, support us any way you can, folks. Please help us out and get ready for Lost Secrets Volume 2. It's going to be a doozy. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff in there that, while there's probably going to be stuff in there you already knew, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff in there you didn't know, too. And in the context of how I'm putting it together and the connections I'm showing, it's just beyond words. So that's it, folks. I got to get back to work. I'll try to do another show as soon as I can, but as it stands now, I just got to get it back in there and buckle down and get to work on this. TheGlobalReality.com. You can always email me at globalrealityshow@gmail.com as well. You guys take care, and we will see and talk to you soon, and we'll have the radio show going again here in the next month or so, and we'll have Lost Secrets 2, maybe 3, who knows. If I did think about doing that, releasing a Volume 2, and then within a week or two, or within like 2 weeks after that or so, 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, release Volume 3 right on top of it. 2 separate films, and then just make Volume 3, what was going to be Volume 3, be Volume 4, and start on that and shooting on that in March. We'll see. If it ends up that it's going to be as long as the last one was, I probably will split it into 2. It really is asking a lot of anybody to watch a film that's 3 hours and 40 minutes, and even people that I know that are into this stuff are like, dude, really? Really? Do you really have to make these motherfuckers 4 hours long? Really? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. At this point, it's kind of all up in the air. But like I said, I got to get back to work and get this done. You guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you real soon.